Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of Orlando's Diary. Well, I was going to do this podcast probably like every day, but realistically, I said, I wouldn't have time to do it every day. So periodically throughout the week, when God gives me the feeling, and when I feel like doing it, then hey, I'll jump on and I'll do it. Just being honest. Sitting back, relaxing right now, getting ready to have a late day start at work. So I said, why not? You got some things to get off your chest, so might as well jump in and do it. This podcast is basically going to be set up like this. I'm going to let you know a couple of things that's going on within my day, within my life, inside of my head. It may relate to your life. It may not relate to your life. And that's fine. But these are things that I need to get off my chest and out of my head to give me sanity for myself. Then plus, on top of that, I may play a couple of songs that relate closely to what's actually going on within my life. So, it's just going to be me sharing about me. And it may fit you. And if it does, great. And if you can take something from it, that's even better. And then, a lot of times, I will be sharing some scriptures that can go along with what I'm talking about and what I'm feeling. Like another episode that I want to jump into, and it's actually going to be the first official episode. I want to speak on not getting lapped. Don't get lapped. Now, for some of you that were in track and field and ran track and things of that nature, you know what lapped means. Lapped means when you're out there running and for some reason you're just not as fast as your counterpart, and this person runs around the track at least once and then runs around the track again and passes you up, and you haven't even passed the track the first time yet. You've been lapped. So that means you're not moving fast enough to even keep up with the fastest person. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of times it is not. A lot of times we are moving slowly and getting lapped because of our own selves. Now let's remember, this podcast is speaking about me, not speaking about you, but sometimes it will relate. Now, sometimes I do feel like I'm moving slowly. Sometimes I do feel like I'm not going quick enough and I start to get lapped. Life is lapping around me. A person is lapping around me. Now, some may say, why care? Why would you care if how fast somebody else is going as long as you're doing your best, or if you're going as fast as you can? But not getting lapped in this sense that I'm speaking of is far as like relationships. You can be married, you can have a boyfriend, you can have a girlfriend, you can have a friendship that has, been around for a long time, and for whatever reason that friendship ends. And you feel like that person has just moved on. That person has just passed you up, going on with their life, and lapped you. And you're still stuck and sitting in the same space, in the same rut mindset that you were in when you and that person first separated, when you and that person first broke up. That's what I mean by lapped. Because a lot of times when we're in a negative space, we will stay stagnant. We'll stay stagnant within our lives. We'll stay stagnant within our minds. And we'll stay stagnant within what we plan on doing and what we should be doing for ourselves. And we know that, hey, it just didn't work out. So, allow that person to be great and live their life and do what they need to do without you feeling like you were the worst person in the world. But that is easier said than done. Because a lot of times when we do go through a relationship that's no longer, we do go through a breakup, and we do go through a friendship that has dissolved, we do start to feel like we're the worst person in the world. Well, yes, we do feel like we're the worst person in the world. Because you start to wonder, that big question and that big light bulb pops into my head. Why? What could I have done to be better? What could I have done to change? What could I have done to make this situation work its way out better than what it has worked out? So that's when mentally, physically, and spiritually, you start to get lapped. You start to get lapped mentally because you're stuck in that mental space from the original time that you had the breakup. Spiritually, you start to get stuck in that spiritual space because now you're not praying for completion and to be able to move forward. You're praying for understanding of something that has already occurred and that's gone. And physically, you start to get lapped because your body is breaking down and it's getting stagnant and it's getting petrified into the same space you were in maybe a week ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. In that same space of thinking, why wasn't I good enough? So, I'm going to stop right there. We're going to jump into this one song here. It's called Next to Me. Man, this song really speaks to me about what I've been going on, what's been going on within my life. So I hope it speaks to you as well. And we'll be right back.
I've been empty. When I'm low, you fill the cup. Yeah, but my ego fights back, telling me that I'm ready to grab the wheel and take control. But I'll crash if I don't let myself let go. You put the X on my faded map, draw me a line back to where you're at. Patient when I try to move too fast. I get this feeling, I get this feeling, I get this feeling in my spirit when I'm low. I hear it calling like a compass in my soul, saying, child, come on back now. You've been gone too long. Let me lead you back where you belong. Right next to me, right next to me. I've been captive by the plans I try to make. Yeah, I've been selfish, cause callous hearts, they die hard like habits that I know I gotta break. Ain't it good to know the help is on the way? You put the X on my faded map, draw me a line back to where you're at. Patient when I try to move too fast. I get this feeling, I get this feeling, I get this feeling in my spirit when I'm low. I hear it calling like a compass in my soul, saying, child, come on back now. You've been gone too long. Let me lead you back where you belong. Right next to me. You know I tried to do it on my own. You say it's time for me to come back home. Right next to me. I get this feeling in my spirit when I'm low. I hear it calling like a call. compass in my soul, saying, child, come on back now. You've been gone too long. Let me lead you back where you belong. I get this feeling in my spirit when I'm low. I hear it calling like a compass in my soul, saying, child, come on back now. You've been gone too long. Back where you belong. Let me lead you back where you belong. Right next to me. Right next to me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, name of that song is "Next to Me" by Jordan Feliz. Make sure you go check that out. It's out on all major digital outlets. We play music for promotional purposes only, not to monetize and make any money off of it whatsoever. So, thank y'all. We're back and talking a little bit more about getting lapped. Don't get lapped, but, emotionally, spiritually, physically, a lot of times you get stuck in that space and you start to get lapped in all three separate areas. And that's something that we really got to, concentrate on and realize that within whatever relationship that you're in, first and foremost, put your passion into God and into yourself. Not so much into the person that you're with, because anything can happen. Anything. Not saying that a person is maliciously going to try to destroy you, but anything can happen, that something happens within the other person's mind, or even within your mind, that you're just not happy anymore. Or that person just doesn't know how to open up and speak to you about that. So that's how we can exercise that. Pray more, understanding more, and understand people will be people, and understand that just because it didn't work out, it doesn't mean you are the bad person. So just realize that there's still growth and there's still time. And there's time for you to grow within yourself. And you have that time now to grow within yourself, because it's only you. So this is a perfect time in your life to focus and build on you. So, to all my friends and family out there, thank y'all very much for the love and concerns. This podcast is really going to help me flush out a lot of feelings that I have. And hopefully, like I said, it's going to help other people out there as well. So, once again, this is Orlando's Diary. I'll be back with some more. Love y'all. Remember, take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Most important. Peace.